Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Alpha Strike podcast channel. This is episode one, our very first podcast episode, where we're going to just talk intros. I, of course, am your host, Asael Campos, and I am joined tonight by our co host, Diego Valdes. How you doing, man?
Doing good, pretty good, not too bad.
All right, man. All right. I've been talking about doing a podcast for a while, a lot, especially in that Venom unboxing I did a week ago or two. And the biggest thing for me to start a podcast is just being consistent with it. Especially with the videos, life hits you sometimes, responsibility, work, friends, family, what have you. And so, consistency is hard, and I'm sure a lot of other podcast creators can attest to that. Where sometimes you just slow down for whatever reason, and that hasn't. And I'm also affected by that. So I'm stepping it up a little bit more with the gameplay and now the podcast. And thank you to Diego for helping me out. We got to kind of hold each other accountable on this one. So going forward, let's say a week, every week, or at max 2 weeks, we'll have an episode out for you guys where we're just talking nonsense, man. But a little
Sounds good,
intro
yeah.
to Diego, and you guys have seen a lot of his gameplay in the channel. More often than not, it's usually him playing. Because usually I like to record like top table whenever I'm doing just like those single videos. If we're playing 3 games at an event, usually I record top table because it's usually players that are more comfortable with their teams. They're obviously performing well, and that tends to be Diego often, or more often than not. Isn't that right?
Yeah, that's always the goal. So I always try to be top table. So yeah, of course. It's always a goal. It's always a goal to finish first. And as I
Agreed.
said, no, I hate losing, so
Yeah,
always
and
gotta
you know
win.
what? Um, as well as that, Diego and I we started playing at the same time. Was it 3 years ago now? Three,
I
four,
think at this point 4.
four? Yeah, I guess it'll be four in
And
November
like it was
or
like
October.
end of 2022, I think. Something like that.
Yeah, I think that's right. It was like right after Prime Pandemic, and so hey, we started playing together, and we actually have very, I would say, different play styles. What do you think?
Mm, yeah, I would say so. I feel like for
Different
you,
play
you're a little bit more defensive, and I play a lot more aggressive. And I mean, yeah,
True.
honestly, they'll probably lose me games sometimes, but
Yeah.
I just, I like, I like wiping a board and winning. So yes, I would say I do play very aggressive.
Yeah. Yeah, you're definitely more aggressive. I am slightly more defensive, but not to the point where I'm like burying up and using spot. That's also not my play style, but I do like to get in there. If I see a spot, like I just played spot today, actually. When I see a spot, man, I just send it. I just send it.
Yeah,
There's no reason for my opponent to move at all, and rigfully so. That's just the way that team is. The mechanic or the what do they call it? The what do they call it whenever you have the tech. That's a tech
yeah,
with the
tech.
spot, right?
Yeah,
You just hurdle up, get your attack as high as possible, and swing that spot marker around. So that's no shame on that, I guess. But for me, I just can't stand it. I don't go to white, but I have to get some action going. So what I say this
mhm,
to say this, I say all that to say that the reason I wanted Diego to be the co-host for the podcast is, well, one, we started playing together, and I know this guy. I've known this guy for 6 years now.
yep.
He's a brother, like a brother to me, but also I don't think we agree on a lot of things in HeroClix, and that's good to have that kind of the yin yang or the polar opposites, so that we're not agreeing on everything we talk about. So there's things that he thinks is really good, and I think is really bad, and vice versa. So I think it's good to have that dynamic in HeroClix podcast. Kind of like big shout out to my favorite podcast, the Critical Clicks with
Mhm.
Lucas. And, well, I haven't heard it lately, but when Lucas and Scott Crampton were doing it. So I like their little dynamic that they have. So, yeah, that's why we got you on here, man. So, so welcome. But yes, you are the co-host of this podcast, and I want to get into eventually having guests on the podcast. The thing about HeroClix is that it's full of players from all parts of the world and also very different play styles. So it's also really cool to learn from them. And
Mhm.
what better than to give them this platform to share their thoughts? You know,
Exactly. Like, for example, like I remember at Worlds this year. Like I don't want to get too off topic, but I remember at Worlds.
you're good.
I don't know if it was this year or the year before, but it was the Italian guy.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
he was playing that Doctor Strange. I'm like, dang, like
Andrea.
I've never seen. First of all, I've never seen that figure he played here. Like
Yeah,
for how much I play, never
yep,
seen it once. And then I see him play at World, and he makes it to I think top 16, top 8. I'm like,
yeah. You made it far.
that's
Yeah.
so interesting. So yeah, it's always cool to see different play styles and different ways people play with honestly all the figures. So it's interesting. It's
Yeah,
interesting.
massive shout out to Andrea Gattini, if I pronounced that
Mhm.
correctly, from Italy. Massive shout out to him. You're right, man. I mean, that's exactly why I want to start this podcast and eventually have guests on there for the reason that you exactly just said, where it's like, people will fall in love with a certain figure and they just, build it as efficient as possible, and those are the teams, the players that stand out at the end of the day. And I've always said when it comes to big events like that, or really any event, it's always going to be the player that built with a unique figure that you don't see too often because it's hard to prepare for it. Um, of course, if you're building with, at the time when it was Prime Colossus, then you know how to deal with it. Not that you will be able to deal with it, but at least there's no like gimmicks that is going to catch you off guard with a character like that or a figure like that because of how prominent he was at the time that he was modern. So no, you're exactly right, man. You're exactly right. So this is an intro episode. We want to introduce ourselves and kind of get into the rhythm of what this podcast or what to expect from this podcast. And one thing I definitely want to instill into this podcast is that we're goofy. If we we are not gonna, we're not gonna make a world championship, world champion out of you guys. If you guys are looking for that, don't get me wrong. We'll talk tactics, we'll talk figures, strategy, but to the best of our knowledge, for whatever that means. So I want to actually start to by kind of I want to do icebreakers. Once we start having guests on here, I want to start doing some icebreakers or just some like random things that have happened to us lately. And I got something for you, man, and to you guys listening. Um, at your supermarket right now, in March of 2026, they have these Oreos. I don't know if you've seen them, Diego. They have these Oreos that are like Marvel themed. They have like a unique. There's like four different styles of art that you can get on the pouches on the bags of the Oreo bags,
Okay.
and it's obviously Marvel themed. So there's like a Venom. I got the one that has Venom on there. I think it's like Captain America, Storm, and Thor or something like that. And there's like
Okay.
Spider-Man ones. There's obviously like Hawkeyes and Hulks and whatever. And there's actually a variant Doctor Doom one as well that's super rare apparently. But what they're supposed to do is that you're supposed to put them in milk. Obviously, Oreos go into milk, and it's supposed to change the color of the filling, the Oreo filling,
Interesting.
eh, into like a blue. Right? I was like, okay, that's cool. My girlfriend got them for me last week, so I had them. And dude, I eat like five. I eat like five or six right now, or a couple days ago. Dude, tell me why. I'm at work the next day, and I go number two. I go shit. I go shit,
Okay. And it came
and
out blue.
yeah, dude, tell me why I wipe
Oh,
green.
oh God.
I wipe green,
Dude,
and I'm not talking like a poopy green. I'm talking like like Baron Mordor green, dude. I'm talking like green, like Shrek green, dude.
oh my God, dude.
You know, I'm
that,
a
that can't, I'm like that can't be safe, bro.
dude,
What is Oreos? What is Oreo putting in those?
bro. So so what I did immediately, because I'm a fairly healthy guy, but usually when you start seeing colors you're not supposed to see, I immediately think like some sort of like terminal disease that I must have caught. Like I don't even think Oreos immediately. I'm like, well, okay, I got something, dude. So so I go immediately to Reddit. Now I don't really use Reddit a lot. Let me see, Marvel.
I'm the complete opposite.
Oh no, you yeah.
There's not one day where I don't use Reddit. I think like it's tracking my like every day it gives me like a award for every day you use it. I think I'm like on 560 something days straight. It's
Damn,
crazy. Yeah,
damn, dude.
I
That's
love
awesome.
Reddit.
Uh, so I don't really use it a lot. So I know it's kind of like Discord as far as like channels or like or rooms or whatever. Um, green. So I'm looking it up right now, and I'm gonna read you some of the things that came up on here, the comments or whatever. So someone actually made a. I'll send it to you so you can see it. If you know what, I'll actually send it. I'll send it in the chat right now if you want to
Okay,
read
okay,
through
okay.
it. Here and here's what some of the comments say. Um, okay, I ate a row of these 2 days ago, and my poop is still coming out blue. If these were red, I think I'd be at the hospital. And then some other guy said, "For real, turn my shit green." And then someone says, "We gotta spread awareness because what the fuck? Feel like they should have a warning label." Dude, I was tripping, dude. And then someone says,
Oh,
"I still thought something was wrong with me, dude. I was about to call like my doctor or something, dude. I was like, Oreos got me messed up, and apparently some people were getting diarrhea from this stuff too, dude. So,
oh my god.
dude, I went to the supermarket today to HEB. Oreos are actually pretty expensive, like the regular ones. Something, yeah, I assume for like $5 for like a family pack or something, $6. Dude, I passed by these Marvel ones. Tell me why they're $2 on discount, bro. They're trying to get rid of these. No one's buying them, dude.
No
Dude,
wonder.
dude, it was a hilarious thing. So, if you guys eat those Marvel Oreos, let me know what happens. Don't give me all the details, but I hope you're okay. Rather,
I guess I'm kind of glad that because I practiced Lent. 'Cause I'm
yes,
Catholic and I gave up chocolate for the Lenten season this year, and
yeah, that counts.
I'm glad I'm glad I gave it up because yeah, who doesn't love Oreos? So
Yeah,
and
dude.
especially if like we're HeroClix fans or we're HeroClix players, if you see Marvel on a package of
Yeah.
Oreos,
Oh yeah.
who's not want to gonna eat that? So
Dude, I love anything Marvel, DC, anything nerdy stuff. So yeah, I love Oreos too. It's just that, dude, lately I didn't give up cookies or chocolate for Lent, but I've been trying to eat healthier, and that includes cookies. And cookies are pretty bad for you. Like the serving size is like 2 or 3 cookies, so it's like, dude, there's no way it's good
yeah.
for you.
Mhm.
But yeah, that's my little story for the week, man. And no pressure if you don't have one, but you got something for us.
Me?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, you asked me like what I've been buying at
Yeah,
the
you got something, you got something to talk about or something.
like from the grocery store. Well, HB. I mean, you
Yeah,
live in
no,
Texas,
anything, man,
so
anything. What's your life like? What's going on, man? Haven't seen you in weeks. I'm kidding.
well, we did play in a kickball tournament yesterday, and I
Yeah,
completely messed up my knee.
yeah,
And I'm just like in HeroClix, I'm extremely competitive. So
true, true.
maybe I was a little bit too competitive yesterday, and hopefully it's nothing serious. I
Yeah,
mean, obviously it's going to swell up. It's been a little bit more than 24 hours at this point, and according to Google, it should go down after a few days, like 3 to 7 days. So that's what I'm hoping for. That's what I'm hoping for. So
yeah,
just especially because I've torn my ACL before, and this is the exact same knee.
yeah.
And yeah, let's just hope there's nothing too serious.
Fingers crossed, man. I mean, ever since
Hmm.
I've known you, dude, you've been very prone to injuries. I remember this one time, and I know you remember that that time too, For
Yeah.
whatever reason, I think you were just trying to show me like how like strong you could throw or how far or how hard you can
Oh,
throw something.
yeah.
And we were in Italy and you just grabbed an apple or you had an apple in your pocket for whatever reason and just threw it at a wall. And of course
Yep, I
the freaking
remember.
apple just, vanished or disappeared. It became apple juice, but I think your
Mhm.
shoulder was at your elbow.
I mean, I think it was more my elbow, but man, really, it really taught me to respect baseball pitchers because
Oh yeah.
being able to throw close to 100 miles per hour, like 100 times in what, like 2 hours, 3 hours, is
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
insane, insane.
Insane,
Yeah,
dude.
and I know I wasn't warmed up or anything, but man, it hurt. It really hurt. But
Yeah.
there's way more injuries in when we studied abroad too. Like,
Oh yeah.
for example, the funniest one is so in Italy, the stairs have like a little metal piece at the very edge of the steps.
Yeah.
And one night it was raining. I was walking back to my apartment. On literally the last step, I slip because I stepped on the metal, completely wiped out. My phone, it didn't shatter, but the screen went black. So I didn't have a phone. And then on top of that, when I woke up, the alarm went off on my phone. Couldn't turn it off. It was just completely black. The screen was completely black. Couldn't do anything with it. So I had to let the phone die, take it to some local
Yeah.
guy that fixes screen. And yeah, I get injured very easily. And it's literally been like that since I was born, basically. So yeah, I'm
Yeah.
very injury prone.
Yeah, dude. I
Very, very
remember
injury prone.
that phone drop. I remember I went with you because I think it was raining. We went to go find that guy at this little shop. It was kind of far, dude. I remember it being kind of
It
far.
was, it
We just
was,
walked
yeah.
it. But I remember it was being kind of expensive. I think you had the newest phone at the time too. If I
I
remember
think it was
correctly.
I think it was the X because this was in 2019.
Yeah.
I think it was the X. It's something like that. I can't remember,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Well,
it sucks.
um, well, you we're definitely not in our prime anymore. For that goes to
Mhm.
both of us. And speaking of primes, what better?
Oh,
Yeah,
this
there we
one.
go. That little segue. What better way to start a podcast than to start by doing a top three most or best primes in modern today? Before we get into that, man, what do you think a prime should do in your team in HeroClix? What's the purpose of a prime um, in your
Well,
perspective?
in my opinion,
Yeah,
considering a prime, you can only have one prime on your team.
yeah,
I mean, and I've seen some people lately as well. They don't really not like to play prime, but sometimes they don't play prime. They think
yeah,
there's other better figures, but I think the prime is probably the most important figure in your team, personally, just for the fact that only you can only play one.
yep.
So, um, but yeah, I think you have to pick a good prime for your team, and you'll have a good team. So yeah, in my opinion, it's probably the most important part of your team.
Yeah, I agree, man. I mean, personally, for me, I kind of have like two criterias that a prime, or rather, one criteria out of two that a prime must meet. For the most part, obviously, there's always one-offs, but a prime for me either has to live on its own, survive a turn remotely
Mhm.
or fairly by itself. Like if you just put it out there. Best example is Colossus. He's not in modern anymore, but with Colossus, for the most part, if you leave this guy, let's say you have a really, really bad turn, you just kind of left him out there. For the most part, he should be able to survive a turn without too much help. Okay, yeah, you might have to throw a perplex on him, and maybe his equipment will matter as well. If he had like destroyer armor, then he's probably really, really solid at the time. Um, but for the most part, unless your opponent is like all no actions whatsoever, he's got a bunch of perplexes or if outwits or what have you, or the perfect counter, then yeah, he might have a hard time. But for the most part, a prime should either live a turn all by itself, or The second criteria my prime must have like a worldwide, a map wide effect that really hinders my opponent. And this immediately like puts like Beetlejuice in my mind. Beetlejuice is not a prime, but the more I think about it, Beetlejuice kind of should be a prime. I don't. They should start doing like elite primes because Beetlejuice is like a perfect
I
prime.
I agree.
Um,
I completely
yeah.
agree.
So like a prime Beetlejuice would make sense because of his map wide effect of no
And
free actions.
and I guess I should add to that criteria is a prime should do something that no other figure does. And that's why
True.
that's kind of why I say that a prime could be the most important figure on your team because, like I just said, it has to do something that
Yeah.
is not really like unseen
Yeah.
of or like unheard of.
Yeah.
I just think it has to do something unique that no other figure does.
Yeah. At
So
least
yeah,
in that age, and whether it's modern or silver. Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Because yeah, imagine if you have like a, let's say there's like a prime that just came out that didn't allow free actions. Like, okay, why would I waste my prime slot on that figure when the Beetlejuice exists? You know. So
Exactly. Yeah.
I agree 100% on that, man. So I think what we should do, man, is we'll start from the bottom with Masters of Time, and we'll just name them really quick. We can say like a thing or two really quick about that figure if you want to, and then we'll move on and try to knock these all out because there's actually quite a bit of primes right now. We'll include Venom, the Venom set as well, because I think it'll be legal in a month from now. So we'll include those, but we'll go from bottom to top, and then we'll do a top three tier marker. We can argue if we disagree on one, and then I will do an honorable mention, and we'll do the worst prime, the worst prime that you can possibly play right now. So let's do it, man. So let's do. I'll do Masters of Time. So from the bottom, we got Madame Xanadu. Personally, with Madame Xanadu, she's pretty good. Don't get me wrong. It's not the worst prime, but because tarot cards, which is one thing that she kind of contributes to a team, and does have like that one that what you just said. That well, I guess there's other figures that also contribute Venom. I'm sorry, tarot cards. So I guess it's she wouldn't be the only one, but because tarot cards aren't so prominent in modern right now as they were back when X of Swords and the organized set was out. We aren't seeing a lot of prime. I'm sorry, a lot of tarots in modern. What do you think, man?
Yeah, I remember when she first came out, it was kind of like, oh no, tarot cards are coming back. Because at the time, I think we were just tired of tarot cards. Like
Yep.
it was already in the modern for so long, and then
Yep.
and then we see this. It's like, oh no, again we're getting tarot cards. But thankfully, it was only
Yep.
5 or 6 tarot cards that came with her.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would say not even just tarot cards. The fact that you can perplex someone and give them
Yeah.
mastermind is really
Yep.
good.
Yep.
But yeah, she's not bad. She's not bad.
Agreed. Swamp Thing Prime. This one's I played today. I just played today, so he's fresh on my mind. This
Mhm.
guy is really solid in the sense that if you're building around him with his grave markers in mind, he could actually he could disrupt the team fairly easily. Like when you think of really good figures, a prime that we'll get into in a bit, Rogue Prime. This figure absolutely just when sets up correctly, he just completely can wipe a figure like Rogue Prime. In an action or
Mhm.
two, he could do it with himself by himself or with his team, um, and he can heal him. I'm sorry, he can't heal himself because there's no what's his name? Um, it's the rare from
Oh,
Victorious Necron. Yeah, there's no Necron right
Necron,
now, so I
Necron,
guess he
yeah.
can't heal himself. But Swamp Thing is one to keep in mind. Next up, we got Blue Beetle. Blue Beetle is also good. Actually, all the primes from this set, Masters of Time, are actually pretty solid. Blue
Yeah,
Beetle's
that's
pretty
for
good
sure.
in the sense, yeah, that he can just delete figures, opposing figures that are equal or less points than him, I believe. So good, but unfortunately, you have to play him at 75, and
Mhm.
he is prone to outwits, and also he needs a couple of free actions to kind of pop off. So because of figures that we've just mentioned earlier, Beetlejuice kind of just shuts them down quite easily. Reverse Flash is up next. you can't go wrong with this guy. Like you mentioned right now, you kind of always have to have a prime on your team, and if he doesn't fit on your main force, this guy's a perfect sideline prime for you to play. Probably the best sideline prime you can play right now.
Yeah,
And he just
probably.
fits in every team. Doesn't break theme. And he can heal off his fourth click if you used to play him on the sideline. So if you have the herb out there, he ignores characters, do your attack, and then just end up by your herb and heal up to get some precision and prob. And well, he actually starts with prob on fourth click. Anyway, so reverse flash. I'm going to put him down as a figure. I'm going to put in my top 3 for now, unless convinced otherwise. Next up,
Yeah.
Etrigan. He is a sideline prime as well. Unfortunately, you have to play the rare version of him, the regular non-prime version of him, to bring him in. And you're never really going to play this guy on main forest because he's too expensive, whether it's 75 or 115. So yeah, no.
Actually,
What do you
I
think?
I think you just bring him in if it's a mystical
Oh,
character.
you're right. You're right. Oh yeah, you're right.
I remember that one time he brought him in
That's right.
with the pog. So it just
That's
says
right.
a friendly character, doesn't say a standard character. So
Right. You're right.
so
Yeah,
yeah, like
mystical pass.
if someone generates mystical or past pogs, uh, and you roll a
And they
10 or
were
higher, yeah, this guy comes in
fair
on
enough.
the
Fair enough.
as
Okay,
a
he's a little
friendly.
better
Yeah.
than I remember. Then again, it's a prime slot. You're probably doing reverse flash anyway. But you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you roll high enough, you bring him in. And I did play some shenanigans with the guy. I don't remember what it was. I rolled 10 or higher. It must have been the Doom bots.
Yeah, it was probably some type of like like mystical theme or something like that. So
Yeah, interesting, man. But all right, man. What do we got in Black Panther?
all right, Black Panther. First one is Josiah X. I mean, I can't really say much about this because, like I said, mentioned, we didn't play until 2020. That's when we first started. So more than likely, we didn't ever have this figure. I don't know if Seth has it right now.
I don't.
Um, but for 40 points, having power like the two powers that increases damage for range and close, and then leadership, it's not too bad. But um, yeah, just I've never seen this guy play before, so
Yeah,
yeah, that's all I got to say about that.
yeah. Fair enough.
Next, we have White Tiger. I feel like at first, my first saw this figure, I kind of put it off, but the fact that she takes 2 damage uh, maximum, and there's no way to get around that, unless you have something that does like pulse sway for more than with 2 damage. But
Yeah.
uh, yeah, she's pretty good. She's pretty good. Again, haven't seen a lot of play from what I've seen, but
Yeah.
not bad. Next is Prime Black Panther. Yeah, I've played against this guy before, and he's if you don't take him out quick enough, he can really get going uh and yeah, because I believe it's when anybody gets KO'd or someone's adjacent to him gets KO'd, you
Yeah.
can remove a vibranium token and then just bring them back. So it's a very annoying figure, especially if you're trying, like for example, let's say for example Beetlejuice, like you're finally getting Beetlejuice to his last click, and you're on your last action, and then
Yeah.
this guy gets hit and killed, but he's next to Black Panther. It's like you did all that work for nothing, and that's yeah. Black Panther can be annoying like that.
100%, man. And I think this is one of the first figures. Yeah, this is definitely the first figure, in my opinion, that we've talked about tonight, or first prime rather, that can kind of survive on his own. And what I mean by that is he's got stealth from the Black Panther team ability. He's got traded super senses, also team players. So if you're playing a Spider-Man or a Wonder Woman TA out there, copy that. You get half chance senses. You start an invuln, which is not that great, but you have the stealth, so don't knock it off. But if you take 2 to 5 damage, 2 to 5 damage. You land on combat reflexes. I'm sorry, 2 to 4 damage. You land on combat reflexes is also great because, like I said, you have stealth, so they have to come in close unless they had already outwitted that. And then, like Diego just said, if you do get knocked out and you have vibranium on your sideline, just pop one of those vibraniums and just put him on his last click, and then heal a click, which is on unfortunately on willpower. But that's a couple outwits and a couple successful hits to get him down and possibly KO him in one turn. So I think is one of the first figures that we've talked about tonight. First prime figure that can kind of survive on his own. He's also a warrior, so you can get the sword for free and get some blades action and maybe some Ares bombs and charge flurry, which is great. So I really like this guy. He's pretty pricey, but I like this guy. Go ahead, man.
Next, we have Tila. Honestly, I don't know what to say about her. I guess
Yeah.
it's good that she basically has flight without having flight
Right.
with her improved movements. But yeah, the only time I've ever really seen her was in sealed events. I just
Right.
personally don't think she's really worth it to play at all. So
Agreed.
yeah, might be up there with one of the worst primes, but we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, the only thing maybe saving her from being the worst prime is that map wide effect of what you said earlier. The sidestep. She allows friendly characters to do sidestep, but move 3 squares, which is actually pretty strong if you build around it. But yeah, that's really all she's got going for her.
Yeah. Next and last but not least is Colonel James Rhodes. Yeah, this guy, he might be up there. We'll see. Into my top three primes. I just personally think that anything that can attack from across the map where you don't even have to move your main force
Yeah,
is always really good. So this guy's his pogs are really good, and yeah, I think he's a really good prime.
agreed. Moving into Collector's Row, there's only 3 primes in this set. Yeah, usually I'm used to every set having 4, but yeah, only 3 in this one. Namor being the first, almost one-man army Namor. I like the guy. It's not a free action to generate the Pogs, the Sea Blade bystanders, so that's pretty good. 11 clicks, 200 points, 3 stop clicks. And then he makes that map wide effect of the lowest clear terrain is water terrain, so he's always basically using his fish symbol. And then if they have fish and he is in water, you can only target him by being adjacent. So awesome against like spot figures or spot teams because they can't do that whole attack across the map because they can't target him. So really good, 200 points. Unfortunately, a little heavy price for him. He does get that. Was it the mind control equipment for free? I forget what it's called. What is it? The serpent crown.
Yeah, the
He
Tripping Crown. Yep.
gets that for free. Doesn't do too great, unfortunately, because he's got hypersonic speed for most of his dial, so you can't hypersonic speed and mind control. So he doesn't benefit that much, but he does get that the sword for free. I keep on saying sword. It should be I should be calling it the long
The
sword. Yeah.
Longsword +1.
That's right. Yeah. As yeah, I like the guy. Don't get me wrong. I like this Namor figure, but it just doesn't really cut it when it comes to competitive. Usually, teams just have ways to get around him, whether it's
Yeah,
just putting some terrain on him or
mhm. Yeah, he
elevated
doesn't
on him.
have cosmic or protected outwit or anything,
Right.
so pretty
Oh,
easy to
and
get
War is
invincible.
a big
So
one. Yeah. Jurgaduck also, unfortunately, was a big supporter of the guy when he came out. Unfortunately, Guardian teams didn't really pop off like they should have, and he doesn't really have a map wide effect besides the whole. If you have 3 Guardians, they all get. Oh no, only he gets a +1 to his defense. So, unfortunately, didn't quite do it for me. Also, 10 attack for the most part of his dial is terrible, and you're never really playing this guy at 200 points. So, yeah, it's pretty rough. He's pretty bad. Pretty bad. Iron Man. He was really cool as far as like the idea behind him was pretty cool that he gets like these different armors. and you can kind of, I believe you can switch them from your sideline and pick different powers or something like that. He's got a lot of text, so I don't want to read him, but yeah, unfortunately, not much to talk about him besides that,
Hey,
man. So what do we have in?
cool suit though. Cool suit.
Oh yeah, great suit, great suit.
All right. So next
Yeah.
we have Prime Doctor Octopus. Again, I'm a fan of good sculpts,
Yes.
and he definitely has one of the better ones. He has the iconic full green bodysuit, so I'm a fan of that. But other than that, again, I haven't seen him too much, and he's also very pricey. And
Yeah.
to be able to KO him and get 120 points, I think where he gets replaced by Superior Octopus, which isn't too bad because it says
Yeah.
whenever you would be killed, so that's even more dials or clicks you have to get through. But yeah, I just don't think he's worth it.
Agreed.
However, the next figure, Spider Ham, he is a complete menace. Uh,
Yep.
I've played against. I haven't played him. I do have him. Haven't played him though, but man, he is extremely hard to deal with.
Yes.
And the thing that catches you off guard is the all of the friendlies have the
Yep.
basically like the symbiote trait where you can't be
Yep.
targeted if there's an opposing character within 4 squares of another opposing character or of a friendly character. So yeah, this is if you don't deal with him, he's really tough to play against. So
Yep.
and something that we didn't notice at first was his wall crawling ability.
Hmm.
It says across panels or the wall crawling across panels instead of because usually with this trait you have to be able to see the elevation change. This guy doesn't even care about that. He just goes
Yep.
right through it. So he
Yep.
can come up, attack you, and then basically wall crawl through some blocking if there's elevated 4 squares away. So he's really good.
Yep. I
And then
agree, man.
of course, I haven't seen it pop off before, but the that hilarious knockback of 16 squares,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it's not that hard. Like all you have to do is what is it? Hit doubles.
Yeah. Just doubles. As long as it hits, it's a double. It works. Yeah, I
Mhm.
played this guy a lot, man. I played this guy a lot. Whenever Kong was legal, I liked him in animal teams. Now I play him more in scientist teams. But the biggest thing I like for him is also, like you said, I think he survives pretty well on his own. He can't be shot if you are within range of a friendly. He's got shape change, Spider-Man TA with senses, so half chance senses, and prob, which is fantastic. Triple target. His attack value is a little low, unfortunately, 11 attack, but for 50 points, I dig this guy a lot. And there's also a couple of one shots that came out in the set. The whole like if you have leap climb or something, you can and you get it. What is it? If you roll senses or if a character with leap climb is going to get hit, you just evade immediately and just place them somewhere else or whatever. So there's a lot of great tech
Mm.
that can really help this guy survive. And I think the biggest thing that he does is give his teammates plasticity and, like you mentioned, that symbiote trait. So I think he's a really good dude. One of my top primes for sure. He's going to probably be on my list, but go ahead.
And he might also get some play with the new Venom set. So
That's right. That's right.
we'll see. We'll see. The next one, which is again, it's gonna probably be in my list of worst primes. I think I pulled this guy like 2 or 3 times and sealed, and
Yeah.
every single time it was just so hard to use him. People would go for him first, and they'd get
Yep.
easy 65 points off of him. So yeah, I don't know what else to say about this guy. He's just not good in my
Yeah,
opinion.
yeah, not too good. I know Ian had called me a while back, and he told me about a team with this Craven that honestly, like, probably really strong. But I think the biggest thing when I think primes, I'm thinking like they got to be out there and attacking. Especially this guy's got, I think, charge flurry or something, doesn't he? Oh no, he doesn't have.
Mm, no,
I think it's
he
just
does
charge.
charge, yeah.
I want to get aggressive with this guy, and with this guy, you just don't want to get aggressive at all. Like you got to keep him in the back. He's got stealth at least, but yeah, one outwit, and he's a goner. But yeah, I agree.
Mhm. Yeah, with that special defense power, he's cooked,
Yep.
basically.
Yep.
And then next one is Spider-Man 2099. Uh, I I I wouldn't say I love him, but he's a fun figure. Like, if there's a fun event going on, I try to use him just for the fact that he can use charge or running shot at the same time in
Yep.
one game or, like, per turn. Uh, I really like it, and then his Bison is pretty good, if I remember correctly.
Yes. Yes.
It's not showing up here. I think
Yeah.
it's if someone uses Outwit or Perplex, if he
Hmm.
rolls I can't remember what it was, but all I know
Yeah.
is the product's really good.
Yeah. She
So,
cancel out those damage powers if she
yeah.
rolls for whatever. Yeah.
So, he's not the greatest Prime, but he's really fun. Like, especially having, half chance super senses with Invincible and then
Yep.
having 2 of the top 4 damage powers in Prob and Outwit.
Yep.
It's pretty good. For Prime, it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's not too bad, man. Unfortunately, it doesn't see enough play. He's maybe a little too pricey, but I agree.
Mhm.
Smash Destroy. We got Red Harpy. Not going to talk to her. Oh, my bad. Give me 1 second. Sorry about that. I'm not going to talk about her too much. She just kind of has like a no die tech if you roll different numbers on D6 after she gets KO'd. But besides that, not much else. Destroy your prime. I think he saw some play in modern. Basically, you assign him like 2 characters on your sideline with the Asgardian keyword, and then he gets different powers. So he's solid, especially in sealed. But yeah, that's really about it on him. A Bomb Prime. I'm actually gonna let you talk about this guy because you actually played him not too long ago, and he might be the replacement for Colossus. But what do you think about this guy?
Yeah, he's on my current modern team right now, so you already know, like, just with me saying that he's gonna be in my top 3 primes.
Yeah,
Uh, Man, he just hits extremely hard,
yeah,
uh, especially if you're facing people that have brute or monster, which surprisingly there's a lot of them currently in the modern meta. So yeah,
yeah,
and what I'd really like is his first trait, the your characters can't be knocked back.
yeah,
I dealt with the or I faced a team with that prime cable that
yes,
knocks back for 3 damage, and
yep,
this guy saved me because it's protected pulse wave too. So
yep,
yeah, he's just man, I love this figure. He just hits so hard, and he's pretty hard to kill as well. Especially if
yeah.
you equip him with Animal Man.
That's
Just
right.
he just gets even better. He's I
Yeah.
would say he's one of the better attackers in modern right now.
Yeah, that's actually kind of hard to argue. He isn't protected outwit per se. You have to outwit him basically twice to really get into the other powers that aren't on his damage power. So that's
Mhm.
one thing. Maybe it's honestly really balanced. So I'll give him that. 80 points for that is really really balanced, I think. Um, but yeah, there are ways to get around his defense. You don't really want to put him out there by himself if you're playing against a team that has a lot of outwit.
Yeah,
But
like,
yeah,
I mean, just reading him, it's 14 attack for 6 damage. It's just absolutely ridiculous. So, and
that's right.
and if you can somehow get the flurry to hit,
Yeah,
it's just even better. And he has knockback too with the super strength.
super
So
strength. Yep, yep.
so yeah, just man, just honestly my favorite prime right now. So
Okay. Ooh. Okay. Okay. We'll
yeah,
have to argue about that one a little bit, but yeah, go ahead, man. We got
and
Lynch
and
and Legacy. Oh,
and before advance,
yeah,
if y'all want him, I don't know if he's this cheap anymore, but when I got him, he was only $10.
yeah. He's cheap.
So
Rare
he's
primes. Those freaking rare
might be
primes.
a budget prime pick. So yeah.
All right, man. What do we got for
All right,
Lantern?
next we have John Stewart with the newly introduced Ultraviolet Corpse, or Core.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
I think when he first came out, uh, like I played against him once, I believe. There's a guy at our store that was a huge fan of
That's fair.
lanterns, like every
That's fair.
lantern. So we had an event one time, and he brought the both ultraviolet figures, and I
Yep.
played against him. But uh, yeah, I mean, I haven't seen him played much anymore. But the fact that you can give people the ultraviolet keyword
Yep.
and then give them where they can't use the effective equipment, that's pretty good. But again, like there's figures like I mentioned, Abomination that doesn't rely on equipment.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, not great, but not bad. I would say pretty decent, pretty decent.
He's balanced. He's
Prime,
balanced.
exact balance. Next is the Sinestro Prime, and this guy definitely sees a little bit of play.
Hmm.
Um, just not being able to modify any combat values or positively modify combat values is very very strong. Uh, 'Cause I think when he first came out, I think maybe Colossus was still legal,
That's
and
right.
at the time, Colossus was being modified up sometimes up to 23 damage or 23 defense,
That's right.
uh,
Yep.
and he was just
Destroyer
really
armor.
hard to hit, and yeah, this guy, I think he saw a little bit of play in the at Worlds this year or last year, so
Yep.
yeah, he's definitely a good prime, very good prime.
Yeah. I mean, not being able to modify your friendlies kind of sucks, but definitely makes them balanced. So I mean, the highest printed for the most part is a 12. So if you're trying to attack the Sinestro, you have to roll a 7. Odds are favorable for you, although I think what 7 is the most common number to roll on
Mhm.
2d6. But yeah, 12 on 7 or 12 on 19, got to roll a 7. That's pretty fun, dude. I mean, like you mentioned with Colossus being a 23 defense, that's pretty crazy. When teams usually have 1 or 2 perplexes max, it's really hard to deal with a figure like Colossus with 23. So this Sinestro kind of helped out. Combat values aren't that high for the most part anymore. The only thing really just making them that high is the destroyer armor. So we might see a ban
Mhm.
on that equipment soon. We'll have to stay tuned with whatever WizKids bans with their watch list. But yeah, this Sinestro is great for that. If you hate when your opponent's like, oh yeah, I got a 23, 24 defense, good luck. Yeah, there's just no shot. But yeah,
Next, we have Guy Gardner. Um, what he does is pretty good, which I
yeah,
think for 45 points, it's pretty decent to play on your starting force. But sideline, I just don't think he's that good because you could possibly bring him out on his last click.
yep,
Because you might like the way it was explained to me is that you could roll a 6, but because he has toughness,
yep,
uh, it'll be reduced, so he'll be put
right,
on his last click.
yeah,
Um, but again, if you're playing him on the sideline, you won't have any of the rings equipped to him.
right,
Um, so I guess having flurry on the last click is decent, but again, you're giving up 45 points. So in my
yeah,
opinion, just not that good.
yeah. I think main
Like,
force. If you're looking at playing him, I think main force might be the way to go.
mm,
Give him a ring, and he does great with red or green lantern core teams. But yeah,
next we have Lobo, which when he first came out, I really thought he was gonna be insane. I mean, he really was. Like when he came out, he
yeah,
was played at Worlds. I think it finished two teams had or two people had the same exact team, I believe.
right, right,
Uh, I think one of them finished in the top 8. So yeah, he at the time he was a really good figure, but unfortunately, we got a figure in literally the next set that
yeah,
completely counters him for only what 20, 15 points.
yeah,
So yeah, I think he did have potential, but uh, at the time he's just countered pretty badly by Leech. So
yep,
and again, Leech is pretty easy to kill, but He does have that mastermind,
Mastermind.
so
Yep. Yep.
it just sometimes feels like a waste to outwit Leech,
Yeah, it
but
definitely is.
yeah, Leech is a good figure. One of my favorite figures
Yeah,
for
super
Pulp
fun.
and for Modern, but
Yep.
yeah, Lobo could see some more play, but yeah, he's he is what he is. He's I would say he's good. He's good.
Yep.
And lastly, from the Lantern Legacy set, we have Kilowog, which he's all right.
Yeah.
I think the fact that he can reduce penetrating, what is it when he uses willpower and succeeds, which will be half chance willpower.
Right.
It's pretty good, which kind of turns him into Colossus in a way. But again,
Right.
yeah, he has no cosmic, nothing to
Right.
protect him from being
Right.
outwit. So you
Yeah, I
outwit
guess
him, and he's really easy to kill. So
something else I guess we should mention is like when you're looking or when you're building a team, and you're looking for a prime slot, there's really, I mean, with all HeroClix figures, there's two type of figures you build and add to a team. It's either your main attacker or support. And with
mhm.
Kilowog, this is obviously a character you want to look at as a main attacker. But with Prime A Bomb, Prime Abomination, he does it way better, cheaper as well, and probably fits on more teams with like Monster and Brute and whatever the keywords he has. So in this case, that's unfortunately why Kilowog isn't seen that much, is because Prime Abomination just does what he does for cheaper and better. So yeah, those are the
Mhm.
two type of primes. I guess we should also mention that you can add to a team: the support or the heavy hitters.
Yeah, exactly.
Going into X-Men 97, super fun set. Big fan of this set. We have Prime Emma Frost. I played with her today, and I have never brought her out because the regular Prime. So this is one of the Primes that has synergy with the regular non-Prime. I'm sorry, not regular non-super rare, and she's fantastic. The non-super rare. I'm sorry, the non-prime is really, really good. She has like a map-wide effect of whatever her damage power is displayed at the time, and she starts on Empower. So with the Empower Lantern Ring, she's also giving +1 attack to your whole team. For close attacks, of course. So she's super strong. I think I just leave her in the back the whole time with the blue ring, and everybody else is having +1 attack, +1 damage for close attacks. So it's fantastic. I really like this Emma Frost. It's kind of hard to rate her because you don't really actually ever see her on the map because her regular non-prime is doing so well. So I love her. I really do like her. Hard to really take her out as well, especially if you have Absissa. And we'll be talking about Absissa for the rest of this set because all of these primes are X-Men, except for, they actually all are. Next up, I think probably we'll have to maybe debate it out, but Rogue Prime is incredible. She's super strong in Modern right now. She's
Mhm.
incredibly hard to take out. You can't deal damage to her unless you're attacking her. So she doesn't deal damage from. Is that right?
Yeah, well, I mean, just the fact that you can't outwit her, I
Right.
believe, unless what is it? Unless you're a Chase.
Yeah. Opposing
No,
characters
no,
can
actually,
choose. Oh yeah.
yeah, can't choose or target except for attack. So you can't outwit her. You can't
Yep.
poison her, I
Flex.
believe. So
Yeah.
perplex her, and
Nothing. There's nothing.
yeah, she's. I've played against her many times, and she's a very annoying figure to deal with. Especially
And yep.
she unequips you as well. So yeah,
Yeah. That last
it's
Rogue
not fun.
Prime. What was that? What's that? Was that last Rogue Prime?
I think it was.
What
I
was
think
that?
wasn't the X-Men set with the not
Oh,
X-Men
that's
set,
right.
but
Deadpool Weapon X. Yeah.
yeah,
So she
Deadpool
was
up next. Yeah.
It was 250 or 175, and also did something similar as far as unequipping, so that you would
Hmm.
give her like some sort of a way to get pulse wave, I believe, and she would be doing some crazy stuff. So this was not much different. She's a lot cheaper, and I think she survives a lot better because of what you can, the rest of the team you can build around her. So you got Abscissa on the sideline that kind of brings her off of her, doesn't allow her to die, puts her a click before that, and then there's also that Mr. Sinister that also does some swapping mechanic shenanigans items, and so there's a lot of going on in modern with her, and this is a perfect example of just don't die tech. When she
Like you
outwits you,
can,
she also takes a power from you until it's lost, and she's also a team player, so she's in ESD's traded. Dude, she's insane. She's absolutely insane for 100 points, and she should be maybe like 130 or
yeah.
something.
And like I said, like the fact that there's ways to keep her alive with other
Yep.
figures, you can pretty much just send her up and
Yep.
not really worry about like having her die too quick. I mean, as I said before, Abomination's my favorite figure. I could probably take her out in one go. and
Yeah.
I almost did. I almost did if it wasn't for my mistake. It was a
Yeah.
mistake I made, but yeah, easily one of the top primes in modern right now.
100%, man. 100%. Next up, Cable. Also, really, really good. You really do need to play a Mr. Sinister on your team to kind of really, really get him going. But yeah,
Hmm.
put a universal weapon on him. He's dealing with like the regular damage and then also knocks back, and he's also doing another extra 3 damage. Um, Unfortunately, doesn't see too much play because of the character we just talked about 2 seconds ago, but also not allowing his targets to use Shape Change, Mastermind, or Super Senses is great against all the Spider-Man figures that we've talked about, and then maybe some more that we'll talk about in the Venom set. So he's a solid choice. He's really fun and is a great sculpt as well.
If we,
Oh yeah,
I was gonna say, if we somehow get a Mr. Sinister that's very cheap in the future, he could probably be a lot more play. But
true, true.
uh, and I think just the fact that Rogue is a little bit too expensive to buy by
Oh
herself.
yeah,
I think she's like $150 to $200. I
yeah,
think if she
very
was cheaper and everyone was able to play her, Cable would probably be a good counter to that because
true.
all you need is X-Men and she's an X-Men. So
That's right. That's right.
yeah.
Lastly, we got Bishop on the X Men '97 set. I honestly, he's pretty solid, but I don't want to talk too much about him. You won't see him because he's the same, or he's 10 points more expensive than Cable, and at that point, you just want to play Cable. Close attacks destroy this guy. Enough said. Strange cells. What do we got?
First, we have Baron von Strucker. I think I have seen this guy get a little bit of play. Uh, just because he's giving everyone
Yep.
mystics, and what is it? The Doom,
Yeah, Minions of Doom.
Minions of Doom. So that's really good, and he's also very very cheap for like 35 points.
Yes.
He's a really really good
Support piece.
support
Yes.
piece. So
Big time. Big time.
yeah, not I would say not the best, but he like I said, he is getting some play recently.
Yep.
So yeah, not bad, not bad. Next we have Dormammu. I haven't seen him actually. I didn't even know he existed. But let me see. If you want to talk about it, I'm not too sure, but I actually didn't even know.
Dude, I'll talk about him. He's terrible. He's absolutely
Okay,
terrible.
he's bad. Okay.
He's going on my worst prime list, and I'll tell you why. And I think we should agree on our list that we're going to talk about in the end. But I'll convince you in a second why he's the worst. Because here's what you do as the second trait. I will have your power strange. When Dormammu starts the game, an opponent generates a Doctor Strange rat bystander friendly to their force in the starting area. It doesn't do much, but it gives them prob. It's a prob pause,
Jeez.
which is awesome for your opponent. And then the second part is what makes him even worse. If an opposing character is named Doctor Strange Rat, which normally does, unless you've killed it already, modify Dormammu's combat values -1, and Dormammu's combat values can be positively modified. So
Oh
you're
my
absolutely
god.
nerfing your prime, your 75-point prime. You're knocking him down to a 3 speed running shot, 11 attack, 18 defense for 4 damage and 5 range. Terrible, dude. Terrible, terrible. I hate this guy. And I love Dormammu as a comic book character in the movies. The sculpt looks awesome. I pulled it in my brick, actually. You were there. And so
Mm.
I was super happy to get him. But terrible prime, no map wide effect. It just helps your opponent get a prob. And I think the rat may even have like sidestep or something like that. And it just sucks, man. It's terrible. I don't even want to talk about it anymore. He's the worst prime, no doubt.
And the fact that you don't get something for killing
Yes.
it, that's
Yes.
yeah, that's okay. He might be one. I like I said, I haven't looked at him, but he might go on
Yeah.
the list of worst
Yeah.
prime. Next, we have Dark Hulk, which
Yes.
it's Hulk by possessed by what is it? What is he
What is
called?
it?
Shanzar? Shinzar?
Oh, yes, yes, yes,
I was
yes.
very curious about this. I was like, what
Interesting.
is Dark Hulk? And I actually looked up the comic and how he got possessed and everything. So
It's kind
pretty
of cool.
interesting, pretty interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I saw this guy get a little bit of play from a tournament that I saw recently.
Yes.
Uh, yeah, he's pretty good. Charge traded, and he has
Yep.
recline, so he basically has every movement that you
Yep.
need. And then when you attack him, you're punished for it by being
Yep.
dealt 2 penetrating damage.
Yep.
Um, so yeah, and then also if he attacks, he doesn't get attacked or he doesn't take any
And
uh,
yep. Or mystics.
mystic damage. So
Yep.
yeah, not a bad figure. He's and again, I think the sweet spot for primes are 80 points. So every time I see 80
Mm.
points on a prime,
Yep.
I'm like
Potential.
that. Yeah, especially for an attacker. So
Yep.
yeah, not bad, not bad. And then lastly, from Strange Tales, Blade. I'm not really a fan of vampire dials.
True.
I know in Pulp, uh, or what is it called? Bloodstorm 1 or Bloodstorm. Uh, every time I played him in Pulp, people usually go for him first, so I can never get his healing to go off.
Yeah.
But the most important thing about him is just the pause that he generates. So,
Yes.
um,
Yes.
yeah, again, I'm not a big fan of vampire dolls, but if you do like him and you can somehow get him to his first click,
Oh yeah.
he
A
looks pretty
menace.
dangerous. Like
Yeah.
13 attack for 6 damage exploit.
Yep.
Pretty good. Like I mean, you do lose your flurry, but uh, yeah, 13 damage for 6 is pretty good.
Yeah, I think he's pretty solid. I think a lot of people are a fan of him just because Blade's such a cool character, and I think he works
Mhm.
with his non-prime version as well. If I believe they KO somebody, you bring him in, or before he dies, he comes in, something like that. So I think we'll see some fun teams with him. I just don't know if we'll get competitive with him. We'll have
Yeah,
to see. Lastly, we're in Venom now, so we're in the newest set that's going to come out later this month. We're at Scream Prime. Scream Prime. Let's see. I haven't really looked at the set too much. I didn't pull any primes in my break, so I don't have any of these guys. Mastermind traded. Plasticity shape change traded. Solid point value 75 or 50. Ignores characters and elevation. Uh, Giant reach 3 blades. Jason imposing characters can't use plasticity or shape change. Not too bad. She also has leadership only on 2 clicks of her whole dial. We'll have to see where she lands, and maybe whatever
yeah.
synergy she gets. What
I
you
was gonna
got?
say like if you play her on a symbiote team, it's pretty good because it
Yeah.
says whenever she fails leadership, she just literally just says heal a symbiote character to
True.
click. So
True.
pretty good. And also she can heal herself if one of your characters gets KO'd, which can be a bad thing because I mean you're losing your figures. But she
True.
does heal 3 clicks. It's just
Yes.
um
You're right. You're right. She's healing a lot, actually. Good point. And at least it's like 3 clicks or 2 clicks, because Bloodstone is a thing. So she's always
mm,
healing regardless of that. So yeah, you're right. Symbiote synergy is going to really maybe make her shine. And I think 75 points for 9 clicks isn't actually too bad at all. Does she have stealth? No, she doesn't have stealth. So a little unfortunate on the combat reflexes later in her dial if she just gets shot at. But remember, can't she get shot? No, yeah, she can. She doesn't have the one of those symbiote traits. So yeah, she can. Next up, Carnage Electra. Also, haven't really looked at her too much. A really kind of strange Prime in this set. I wasn't really expecting a Prime Electra. Uh, we also haven't had one since Wheels of Vengeance, I believe, at least in a set. I think we had that like Daredevil, Electra, LE. Beginning of the game for all your train, give a target. Oh, so
Yeah,
she's got the
target.
assassin thing. Plasticity when an opposing character heals after resolutions, give them a target token. So that's pretty good for assassins, giving more target tokens out. Unfortunately, there's not too many assassins as as there were in Notorious. I know you like that assassin team a lot. That really
Yeah,
kind of came
uh,
together with the
such a
Hitmonkey.
good assassin team. Yep.
Yeah. So we'll have to see if we get more assassins maybe in the Thunderbolt set that we're going to be getting later. I'm sure there will be assassins. I just don't know if there'll be any, assassin synergy. And then she's got a cool hypersonic speed when she uses it. After resolutions, deal 1 damage to each opposing character she moved through during that action. That's never too bad, especially if you're playing against like a Pogs or something like that. Just dealing 1 damage to those, just get those quick points, or KOs. That also works. Blades, her whole dial, shape change at the beginning, exploit in the bottom. Solid, I guess, for 60 points. Not terrible. Agent Anti Venom, rather. Opposing characters with range and line of fire can't use shape change or super senses. I know you like this guy a lot. Obviously,
Yeah.
in a Venom set, and there's also currently a modern Spider Verse set. There's a lot of senses and shape change, so that's a really really good effect. For range and line of fire. The line of fire may be kind of iffy sometimes, but if you get him giant size or something like that with the destroyer armor, that could be pretty freaking effective. He does have the Spider-Man TA and team player. He's got a trait, heal my unit at the beginning of your turn. You may heal a friendly character 1 click, just map wide. Don't have to see him. It could be
Mm,
himself, could be anybody. That's awesome. When another friendly character would be KO'd, you may instead turn them to their last non-KO click and heal them 2 clicks. If you do, you just can't use that trait again that game. Also, really, really strong. Reminds us, I'm sure, of Death Metal Wonder Woman. Um,
mhm.
just map wide, any character would be KO'd. They just aren't KO'd, and you heal them 2 clicks. Is awesome. 70 points, 7 clicks, decent. 2 targets, 12 attack, 4 damage. He also has leadership on his first 3 clicks. When Agent Venom uses team player, he may choose a team ability that an opposing character can use. Also, pretty freaking strong. I guess it would be once the game starts. So unfortunately, you can't pick, or you could pick Avengers or JLA, but you just wouldn't be able to choose a team ability to get the +1. So that would kind of suck. But if they have Wonder Woman, boom, you have like regular senses on them now. If they have, let's say, like Spider-Man TA, I'm sorry, Superman TA, now you see through hindering. So that's really really strong. And then if you have more team players on your team, they can choose the same stuff, and boom, before you know it, you got a lot of stuff going on. So pretty solid. So that is the last Prime. I believe there's still one more Prime in Venom that we haven't seen yet. It's going to be like the number 50, the one that's right after Scorpion. So Scorpion's an A, whatever his Prime version is. I believe it's a Venom, but he hasn't been revealed yet, or at least it's not on AC units yet. So we don't
And
have a rating for him. All right, man. So we
something I just,
gotta we're
or
gonna have
actually,
to debate.
something I just realized is that
Yeah.
if 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 opposing characters within range can't use shape change or super senses, why would they get in precision? Or
That's
I mean, I
yeah.
guess it makes sense because of like
Reducers.
invincible and stuff, so reducer.
Yeah.
So that's, yeah, never mind, never mind. That's
Yeah. Yeah. But you're
and
right. You're right.
oh man, like being able to do 4 damage from range, it's just really really good. So yeah, I like
Yeah.
this guy. He might be my number one prime after Abomination
Yeah. Ooh.
rotate. So, but we'll see. We'll see.
All right, man. So let's get some debating going.
Mhm.
You want to go first, or you want me to go first?
I guess I'll go first.
What you got?
So are we starting with our
Yeah, do you?
honorable
Yeah, top
mention?
three. So to 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, three, two, one. But are we doing honorable mention first, or we're doing
Oh
that
yeah, this we do honorable
before?
mention. Who do you have for your honorable mention?
For my honorable mention, I have Swamp Thing.
Interesting. Okay. Talk to me.
because we have Cody, which is a local of ours, and
Yes.
he's very big in the meta. So I'm sure a lot of people know him too.
Yep.
And it's just he is so annoying to deal with, especially if you play on a map. Like if he puts you on a map, for example, what is it called, Sailor's Dream or something like that,
Yes.
where practically the entire map is hindering.
Yep.
Like if it forces you to go on that little river that's running through the middle of the map.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, he's gonna put a marker underneath you, and like I said, there's characters that can attack without moving, like Spot, for example.
Right.
Like he's gonna come over, outwit, uh, like super sensitive or shape change, and then
And
he's
just
gonna
go
flurry
right
you.
through.
Just
Yep.
flurry you, and you can't do anything about it because all your reducers are gone. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's why for me he's an honorable mention, especially if they get close. Because usually with a team like that, with like Spot and
Yep.
Swamp Thing, it's a very
Yep.
defensive team, like Turtle Shell team.
Yep.
But if you come over and try to attack him, he's gonna freaking destroy you too. He's doing his charge
Yeah.
flurry for 4 damage exploit. It's he's a very good prime. So
Yeah, I
but
don't think we
yeah.
should argue about the honorable mentions. Not much point to that. I do agree with Swamp Thing. I mean, we got some more Black Lanterns in Lantern Legacy. I don't know if any are worth a shot or not, but I mean, having this guy in a team and a Black Lantern team, you're golden, man. You're golden. My honorable
Mhm.
mention is honestly going to Agent Anti Venom, man. I mean, I just think he's going to be
Oh,
really,
okay,
really.
okay.
Yeah, I think he's going to be really good. Once we start seeing more of the set and just no shape changer senses within his range and line of fire, he just helps out your team a lot. You're just going through it, kind of like the
Yeah,
that one sword.
it's kinda like a he's a little bit better than Prime Cable because, like, for Prime Cable, you have to be attacking someone for them to not use super sense and shape
That's
change.
right. Yep.
This guy just says within range and line of
If I
fire,
see
so
you, you can't use it. Yep. Yeah,
so
that's my honorable mention.
and then
Um,
we also have, that other, uh, anti-venom that's, a legacy that if they just attack, you can use any power, so
oh, that's right. That's right. That's right.
yeah,
Yeah.
anti-venom seem to be very, very powerful coming up,
Yeah,
so
I think he's gonna be something to take care of or something to watch um, going forward. Let's do the worst one real quick, and I think we both agree on Dormammu just working against your own team. I mean, sure, yeah, don't get me wrong, you can go kill a rat and whatever, but chances are, if your opponent knows that you're going to do that, he's going to protect, or they're going to protect the rat, the bystander, and then for the rest of the game, you'll have -1 combat values and a prob against you. It's just not favorable, especially for a prime. I just can't believe it. And like you
yeah.
said, Diego, you don't get any bonuses for creating the rat or having the rat out. Um, so yeah, you agree on that worst prime?
Yeah, I mean, originally I was gonna say Craven, but after I read the manga, yeah, there's
Yeah,
there's no there's no debate. This guy is just
yeah,
I don't know what they
yeah,
were thinking, but it just maybe they messed it up. Maybe they meant to say like +1 combat values, but
yeah.
I
I
mean
would
it
hope
says I
so,
will have
man.
your power strange, so
Yeah,
yeah, I don't
I
know.
would
I don't
hope
know.
so.
It's weird. It's weird, but
It's terrible.
yeah, that's a awful prime.
All right, man. What do you have for your top three?
Do we list all of them or just go we go like 3 and 3 and 2 and
Yeah,
2?
you could do okay, what's your 3? Let's do yeah, what's your 3?
In order from 3, 2, 1 or just
Yeah, just give me your 3 your number 3 spot.
Alright, so for my number 3 spot, I have Reverse Flash.
Interesting, man, interesting. Believe it or not, I actually have the same one. Yeah, I have the same one. I wrote down my list as we were going.
Yeah.
Go okay, why do you have Reverse Flash on 3?
Uh, 'Cause first of all, he can be a very good main attacker, he can go on your main
Yeah.
force. Like, being able to flurry after you're using hypersonic
Oh, yeah.
is really, really good, so and he's hitting for 12 attack, and usually from what I've seen, people equip the longsword to him because I think he
That's
gets it
right.
for free.
Yeah, I think Warrior?
Either
Or no?
that No, he actually doesn't get anything. No, you know what? I think what I've been saying is giving him flight so he can get through everything.
Oh, that's
I think,
right.
yeah, that's what it is. And with small maps being 16 squares and he has 11 square reach, once he K, he's already getting to you. So
Yeah.
he's just he's gonna do damage immediately.
Agreed, man.
And
Agreed. I mean, survives pretty well on his own. Super senses, shape
mhm,
change, and prob. And then most of the heavy attackers right now are for the most part close. And he does have the hyper time team ability, so there's a small shot that he just isn't attacked at all by close. Um, so yeah, I agree, man. Number
and then
three, yeah, go ahead.
just one more thing, like you said, like if you build a team and you happen to have a prime on your team, on your main force,
Yep.
just put him on your sideline, and he's gonna come out. So
Yep.
yeah, he's really good.
Yep. Only bad things maybe if we had to do some cons on him is maybe if you put him on sideline, maybe your opponent may be able to bait him out and get some easy points on him if they have answers for him, especially with those terrains from the Sentinel thingy. The characters can't use shape change. That goes against him, and any precision also will just kind of just possibly shoot right through him. So 40 points you can possibly give up, but if you don't have a prime, as we mentioned, boom, put him down. So number two, man, number two. I have a lot of
Mhm.
experience with this guy. I put down Spider Ham.
Spider
What do you
Ham. Okay.
what do you got? What do you got?
I was debating between 1 and 2. I mean, you already know what one of them is, but
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna put Rogue at 2.
Okay. Okay.
Just because I think the reason why I'm doing this is because the team that I currently play in Modern, I know I can take her out, pretty easily, which I
Fair.
think is why I put her second,
Fair.
but if it wasn't for my team, yeah, she's just really hard to take out. And she's just really, really good.
Yeah, no, I agree, man. She is a one man army in the sense where you don't really need anybody else to go with her. You don't need to, defend up there with her. You don't even have to equip her. She just takes equipment. You see something you like, you go take it from them. So she's got that going for her. I like Spider Ham just because I think more like all around team building. Giving your whole team plasticity. They can't get shot. Rogue has to go hit him up close. Also, just wall crawling around and being able to prob. I gave it to Spider Ham as far as the team player. Rogue, believe it or not, man, I didn't put her on my list at all.
Interesting.
Yeah, I didn't put her on my list. And I mean, I could be swayed either way. It's not a bad call. And I'm assuming your number one is Abomination. Um,
Mhm.
because my number one, I actually put Dark Hulk. I think Dark Hulk
Interesting.
is going to see more play out of these big attackers that we just mentioned, Abomination and Rogue, because of several reasons. He can't just be outwitted at all. He's got charge traded. And I think the biggest thing is that Mystics. That Mystics that he's dealing to two pen, because you give him that pink ring. What is it? The Star Sapphire,
Oh, yeah, Star Sapphire, yep.
and he makes the two penetrating damage into two unavoidable
Notable.
damage. And man, that is strong, dude. That is just way too strong. Two unavoidable should not be legal. Not even that. Even if you start dealing some pen damage on him, he only gets better as his dial goes down. It's kind of like Hulk getting mad. He can land on a 19 defense, invincible, 5 damage, battle fury. So he doesn't even care about shape change. He can possibly land on those flurry clicks, and then he's got this like strange like attack power that comes at the end with super strength, and then he can give out those the Shanzar little what do they call them, that herald deity or whatever bases. And I don't remember what the Shanzar one does, but it's always like really bad. Like if you start dealing damage or something, you gotta like eat some hot pockets or something like that. They're all like really really strong. um but I think this Dark Hulk is going to see more play, man, compared to the other primes, heavy hitting primes. But yeah, give your your argument for Abomination. Maybe you don't think Dark Hulk's got that the sauce?
I mean, he's a good prime. I just think that penetrating kind of just gets through him. But I mean, if you are attacking him, you are gonna take that damage, especially if you like you said, if you're playing him
Yeah,
with the pink ring, the
yeah,
first sapphire ring. It's very punishing, but um, yeah, just I don't know. He doesn't have any stop clicks, and
fair.
I mean, I mean, you can outwit him, which is pretty good, but um, yeah, he's a good attacker, and
Incredible.
maybe I just think that something that can't attack twice is a little bit rough to have in a
True,
prime, but
true.
um, yeah, he's just gonna. I mean, who needs freaking two attacks when he's basically protecting himself and damaging you when you're attacking him. So
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, because
yeah,
when you play against a figure like Dark Hulk, for example, and we haven't seen too much of it just because there hasn't been a lot of big modern events lately. When attacking a figure like Dark Hulk, you have to hope that four, if you're attacking twice, four unavoidable doesn't completely just change your dynamic of your team, right? Like, let's say your Abomination does hit both attacks, and you said he's hitting. Would he be hitting for six? Is he the monster or brute? Yeah, probably, right?
yeah. Monster
Uh,
brute.
yeah, he's monster. So let's say you do hit your six damage. Put some on. It's not penetrating, is it?
I could pick penetrating if I have Animal Man, so it could be yes.
Let's say let's just for the sake of argument, let's say you're not. Let's see four damage.
Yeah,
One,
yeah.
two,
So
three, four. One, two, three, four. Put someone on his last click. Okay. Assuming you hit everything and he doesn't get his impervious, last click, and you would be on click five. So you're now just on plasticity, 11 attack, 18 defense, invincible still, luckily, and you don't have that protected outwit power anymore. Yeah, so that I mean that just it's incredible, dude. It's incredible. And even then, like you can't attack Dark Hulk with your support. You can't attack him with any pogs. You can't attack him. I mean, you can obviously, but you're either KOing your pogs or you're dealing great damage to your support, which may not even be that strong because usually support doesn't last for very long, 3 or 4 clicks usually. So you have to like really bet on your main attacker only attacking him, and then you being able to support your main attacker back up to top click or the herb or what have you. Like I said, we haven't seen too much Dark Hulk lately, or unless you know what, unless you attack him with a figure that's protected safeguard or safeguard mystics. There's a lot of figures like that in Strange Cells, and I guess you're fine in that sense. But if you're not playing with one of those figures that are safeguard mystics, yeah, you're dealing possibly up to 4 unavoidable damage to your own attacker on your own turn. That's so rough, man. That is so rough.
that's true. That's true.
So but you know what? I do agree. I guess I'll take Spider Ham out and put on my top three, and I'll put Rogue. I think Rogue is going to take the upper hand in my list, just because Spider Ham is easier to deal with. And Rogue is just like I said, the support on Rogue man is insane, man. It's just so much. I'm always surprised by the players that come up with these builds and where they find these figures because that Mr. Sinister's from the Hala the what's it called, the set
Hellfire Gala.
yeah, the Hellfire Gala. And I mean has no play whatsoever before Rogue was printed, and as soon as she's printed, you start seeing these figures like, okay, that's awesome. You got to give him props. But man, that Mr. Sinister really keeps her alive, and Absissa, like we've said a million times,
Mhm.
does really well as well, man. So I'm okay with Dark Hulk or A Bomb being on one. Um, just because you can't go wrong with either of them. You play either of them, you're solid. You're building around them anyway. They're both 80 points, I believe, and equipment is pretty easy. Or attachments like Animal Man is a no brainer on them. So and he's giant. Actually, Abomination has got that going for him as well. Is that he's got that 2 to 6 willpower. So that's a big bonus that A Bomb has that Darkhold does not have. But that wraps up our first episode, man. We were talking about maybe do like a 40-minute episode. We're like at an hour or so probably now.
Oh, really?
I think so. Yeah, we're probably like an hour or so in, or more now. But if you guys have listened thus far, thank you guys for listening. Expect more from us. Thank you, Diego, for being the co-host of this channel. You'll be hearing a lot more from him as
Thank you
well.
for inviting me.
Anytime, man. Anytime. All right, you guys. If you guys also have any questions for us that you guys would like us to talk about or answer, feel free to post them in the comments of the YouTube channel or the YouTube video, or on our on Facebook chat group page, and we will definitely address that. And then we'll hear from you guys soon, and you guys will definitely be hearing from us soon as well.
Yes, sir.
All right, y'all. Y'all have a good day, good morning, good afternoon, good night, wherever you're listening from. Take care, and thank you for watching or just watching. I'm sorry, just listening. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
And cut. Okay, I don't know how to end it. Oh,
Hey.
here it goes.